Let me show you some tips and tricks that you can perform on a Motorola Signature. The first thing that we're gonna do is just open settings in here. If you go to settings and proceed to display settings, then in this case you should be able to find the dynamic video enhancement, which uses the Dolby Vision in order to make videos look more vivid, sharper, and generally provide more details. This is pretty much the HDR quality for most of the videos, so you should be able to use that feature if, of course, you want to. Keep in mind that it uses more battery. I mean, this feature just consumes more power, so something to be careful. Besides that, what you can also do is you can go to gestures, and generally speaking, there are a couple of different pretty good gestures that can be quite handy on a daily basis. But I think one of the most important, or the best actually, gestures that you should know about is, first of all, the quick launch, which is the double back tap of the phone. So you can double tap the back of the phone in order to launch something. If you go to settings over here, you can actually choose what should be launched. By default, the Moto AI is assigned to that back tap gesture, but you can switch that to any of these other options, and in fact you can also choose a specific app of your choice. So if you want to have this pretty convenient shortcut, then of course you can do so. So let's say in my case I'm gonna actually switch to take a screenshot, and usually I tap over here right next to the corner of this camera section over here on this island, and if I just double tap like this, I should be able to capture a screenshot. There we go. So definitely a really convenient gesture that allows you to quickly do something on your phone. Let's get back to gestures, because that's not all. We also have the fast flashlight. If we go over here, as you can see, we can perform this chopping motion twice in order to toggle the flashlight. So let's give it a try. I'm just gonna do something like this. There we go. As you can see, the flashlight is on. There we go, and it is off. So I'm not really used to that anymore, but as you can see, it works quite well. Now, that is not all. There is also the pickup to silence. So in here, you can toggle this option. So when someone calls you and the ringtone is being played, you can actually just pick up your phone, and then the ringtone should be silenced, and so you can calmly answer your calls. Alarms can also be silenced with this gesture. So definitely, it might be quite convenient to use for some people. And also there is flip for D&D. So if you turn your phone around and if you place screen down, face down on a flat surface, then the phone can automatically activate the do not disturb mode, which might be convenient, for example, at work when you don't want to be disturbed by anyone. While being in the gestures, you can also, of course, activate the sidebar, which is a convenient tool that you can use to quickly access something, apps of your choice, and some tools. You can even tap on these dots that we have at the bottom in order to open the full list of apps. So this is pretty great because you don't have to go to the home screen or app drawer in order to find literally any app that you have installed on your phone. You can, of course, go to settings in here in order to decide which apps should be added to the sidebar, so you can have your favorite apps added in here. Alright, now after that, another thing that I want to show you is actually in the home and lock screen settings. And then if we go to the control center, you should be able to find the choice between the classic style, so this one over here, the styles, or you can choose the modern style, which looks more or less like this. So this is the newer style that of course we can use on our phone. It's definitely more modern compared to the classic style, and the control center is actually fully separated from notifications. So if you want to open notifications, you can swipe down on the left side of the phone and you only have notifications, and if you swipe on the right side of the phone, as you can see, we have the control center or quick settings. You can actually swipe between these two panels, between the notification tray and the control center, quite easily. So that is still quite convenient. Definitely worth checking out if you want to refresh your control center and have this modern look. Another thing and that I want to show you is in sound and vibration. More precisely, if we scroll down in here, then of course you can find Dolby Atmos. If we go over here, you cannot really do anything with the Dolby Atmos. You can actually turn off Dolby Atmos if you have another device connected to your phone. Let's say a Bluetooth speaker, headphones, earbuds, and so on and so forth. Then you can actually turn it off if you want to. But what you can do, regardless if you have something connected or not, is you can go to settings of the Dolby Atmos. And in here you can find a bunch of different profiles that we can use. Ideally, you probably want to use the smart audio, so your phone can quickly switch between these profiles depending on what you do on your phone. But you can also create your own profile over here, and you can actually find the equalizer in here, so you can adjust the sound EQ quite easily. We also have a couple of presets and additional settings, like for example the volume leveler. So if you wish to tweak some things up about your audio, then you might be happy to know that we have the built-in equalizer over here. Now, another thing that I want to show you is actually in apps. If we go to apps over here, then you should be able to find the app lock. So if you want to create a a password for specific apps, then you can do so. In my case, I have it already enabled. So for example, I can choose my social media over here and I can lock them. So if I try to open them, I guess I have them actually hidden somewhere. Oh, there we go, never mind. Then, as you can see, I have to enter the password. You can also use the fingerprint, of course, if you want to. If you go to the settings in here, you can toggle the fingerprint and the face recognition. But you should be able to find a bunch of different apps in here that you have installed, so you can decide which apps should be locked and which ones should not be locked at all. And of course, privacy is important, and so is the protection from, for example, thieves or scammers. So in that case, I can recommend you going to the security and privacy. And if we go to the device unlock, you can find the theft protection section. In here we can find a bunch of different tools and features that might be quite helpful in very specific and unpleasant situations when your phone is lost or stolen. We have the theft detection lock and offline device lock, and besides that we have the remote lock that you can activate over here, and also the Find Hub, also known as Find My Device, which might be quite convenient to use. So that you can, for example, factory reset your phone even if you don't have it, or you can just try to track your phone as long as, of course, there is some sort of like location enabled or something like that. So remember that you need to have the location enabled to actually make use of this specific thing of the Find Hub, of course. But not only that, if we go to more security settings, you can also find the protect from scammers. So we can enable this option, and you can get alerts for suspicious websites, and you can of course add trusted website in here in case you are sure that the website that you are visiting is actually safe. And I believe that's pretty much it. Now, if there is something that I should have mentioned in this video, but I didn't, then of course please let me know in the comments so that everyone can know about other great features that we have on the Motorola Signature and everyone can actually use it. So that's pretty much it. Leave a like and subscribe.